Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Chakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as double honor to their elders. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, as well as peace and blessings to all the believers of Yahushai. It's going to be a quick lesson, Lord willing, is edifying and to the point. The title of it is, We're coming into a time where your opinion on life doesn't matter. I got a couple of precepts lined up, and if the spirit hit me to get something else, I get to it. But let's get right into it. What's that time that we're coming to? Jacob's trouble. So let's just hit Jeremiah 37 now. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now that's the time we come into. As Apostle Tahar coined this year, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Man, and let me get it in Daniel 12 and 1 too. This is Daniel 12 and 1. It says the subtitle says the time of the end. And that's exactly where we're at. We're at the end of Esau's rulership, and the beginning of our rulership. The Jacob's, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It's time for us to rule, But this is Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Now this is going to get so bad that the archangel of war, Michael, in the Hebrew, Mayaka'Allah, which means who was like the Most High, it's going to get so bad that he's going to have to stand up for us and, come help protect us, man. We're going to need divine intervention and spiritual powers to fight against Esau and his carnal weapon, which is the sword. We're going to need that to fight against his blessing. We're going to need to stand in our blessing. But continuing on, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And that's a lot to wrap your head around, man. Just thinking about all the past captivities that have happened throughout history and just bad times upon the planet Earth, period, man. It says it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be time like never before. And we're not gonna be able to talk about that time until we're actually in it, and Lord willing, we'll be saved up out of it, and that's exactly what's going to happen at the end of Jacob's trouble, the deliverance and the destruction of America. But finishing off, it says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. But back to my point, that's the time that we're coming to. It's not going to matter what your opinion, your philosophy of life is. Some people just be locked into their own world, especially here in America. Americans are not concerned about what's going on unless it's affecting their life. They could care less that there's a genocide going on right now across the globe. They're like, well, that's not me. And especially 2/3 of our people, our people don't give a shit, man. They're not concerned about politics, global geopolitics, nothing. Until it affects their world, And that's just speak for myself, man. We got a bad habit of doing our things at the last moment, when it's okay, well, now I have to do this, so now I'm gonna be concerned about, well, now we should be concerned and looking now. We're watching these prophecies. We understanding that Yahushua is coming back soon, so we're trying to get right every day, repenting daily, asking for forgiveness, man. And serving Yahweh by Shemi Shai, being more obedient, But damn, what was I saying? About yeah, it's not gonna matter what these people think about their opinion and their way of life. Hey, because when shit starts to really get bad and shit starts to hit the fan, it's gonna be at your front door. You're gonna have to do something about it. You're gonna have to be involved, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. Let me just get to this next scripture in 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 15 and 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And those 15-minute cities, hey, you might like to say you like to travel a lot. Hey, you're not going to be able to travel unless you've been to the will of Esau. You're going to have to take that micro C here. You got to do what he wants you to do. So it's not, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to matter what you think or your philosophy of life is anymore. You're going to have to live the way that Esau Edom wants you to. Just how it is in China right now. China's the model, as Klaus Schwab like to say. You know, the social credit score system. Oh, you can't do this, you can't eat that. That's gonna make your score go down. If you don't have a high enough score, you're not gonna be able to do certain things. You know, public transportation and access to hospitals and things like that. You're not gonna be able to do none of that if you don't got the chip in you anyway. You know, but this is the time we're coming into. Let me verse 18, 2 Ezra 15:18 says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Verse 19, this is the point I want to get to. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." You know, hey, Jacob's trouble for great tribulation, great trouble, man, and lack of bread. You know, there is a famine coming. You know, there's a famine of actual food coming, and there's also a famine of hearing this word coming. But you know, right here, but it's talking about the actual lack of bread. So you're not gonna be able to just be locked in your own world and your own beliefs in the time that we're coming into. Jacob's trouble. Hey, it's gonna force you it's gonna force you into that how to say, to survival mode. You know, all your instincts are gonna be on surviving. You're gonna have to protect yourself from everybody around you, man. During a famine, lack of bread, it says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. And you're not gonna have to afford to be in that little box in your own little world in America. Oh, this is my life. Nah, it's gonna get bad out here in these streets of America. You know. But I don't think I really had nothing else. I think I said it. I think I made my point. I want to ramble on because I really don't got nothing else too much to say. But hey, that's the time we're coming to. You know, Lord willing, this is the year of Jacob's trouble, man. And if this is the year of Jacob's trouble, this is also the year of our deliverance. You know, you so-called, not all of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but the elect of our people, man. If this is the year of Jacob's trouble, this is also the year that the elect will be delivered from out of this hell, man. And man, we hasten the day. Lord willing, we be of that number. We ready to get up out of here. But I'm going to end the lesson there. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 pushing this word with all truth and sincerity. Shalom.